been out so long?
I gotta go get some food, and then we're gonna end up going somewhere else, and then we're gonna be back.
Man, bring me my food.
I gotta see when we come back.
Bring me my food in tonight.
Hey, if you're new to the channel, hey, come in the building, hit the like button. As soon as you come in, subscribe to the channel. This video is specifically about how 1090J, he came at the house, he saw Finesse2tymes. He already had it in mind. He was gonna instantly, right after they pulled off if they did something or not, he was gonna call Finesse2tymes parole officer, and this is why Finesse2tymes, he won't come outside. Finesse2tymes, he put up, and you know, Finesse2tymes, he got the studio in the crib. A lot of people said that he was wrong for even coming at 1090J, and he only a blogger, but in all actual reality, they said that moneybaggyo put a little word out there like 1090J should have kept that to himself because now it's messing up his money because that's his artist. Regardless of what him and Jay Prince got going on. And I ain't gonna even talk about Jay Prince and them in this video. This is strictly about Finesse2tymes, 1090J, and moneybaggyo, and the reason why all them bloods pulled up like that. They had on all red. A few of them had on black, and the dude with the gray hoodie, that's the dude who put the hood on his head and walked up to 1090J. Once he grabbed the chain off the back of his neck, that's when the big old chain, they said it was worth like 120K if I'm not mistaken. But we know for a fact, ain't no street nigga finna just run out there and just realize run up on nobody who's just a blogger if they didn't do nothing that was out of line. And they really looking at the fact that 1090J, he didn't respect that Finesse2tymes, regardless of him telling on somebody or not. Why would you bring that up when he never got into it with you?
Exactly, and he crossed the line by FaceTime and Finesse2tymes' mom. Like, Mama 2tymes should not even be somebody that's talked to. So Finesse2tymes is saying, like, why is dude skipping beef with me and going straight to people's families and everything like that? This is what don't make sense to him. This is why he pulled up, because he felt like he was deflecting the conversation. Every time Finesse2tymes tried to get up and actually address him and respond to him, he 1090J would go straight to FaceTime and Finesse2tymes' mom. And so he thought that you're not supposed to do that, man. They wanted to go one-on-one, mano-y-mano. And really, if you look at it, Finesse2tymes and 1090J are the same exact size. It's an even matchup. And so when he went up there and said, hey, aren't you that one dude? And he grabbed him by the collar, the t-shirt seam ripped, and that's when he was able to actually snag onto the chain underneath it. The pendant flopped up and hit him in the chin, and that's what got 1090J that scuff. When he came back, he was holding his chin, and that's when you could see it was him holding his chin because he had the tattoos on his finger. That same exact time, that's when you see Finesse2tymes shooter jump back into the GMC Yukon, and they peeled off, man. And this is a quick thing that happened. They was mad at the fact that they actually ran up on them and that somebody from 1090J crew must have dropped the location, because every time they pop out, it's in Miami. It's in Miami. So what did Finesse2tymes do? He went to Miami. And when he went downtown, he saw him right there next to DC Young Fly.
His cellmate already said that 1090J paid him for the paperwork, and you got to understand, the paperwork was Photoshopped. They Photoshopped words into the whole scripture. I want y'all to look at that because they already looked at the fact like, why is you pulling up to my crib? This what made 1090J instantly get on defense mode and get on point. The two dudes that was on the porch with 1090J, they ran in the crib already. That's when you heard the screen door say, "Argh." And I always tell y'all, watch your surroundings before they get you. Hey, at the end of the day, we know for a fact, 1090J, if he would have never reached to act like he had the blicky, he would have never got that chain taken up off his neck, because Finesse2tymes just wanted to basically confront him and confirm, like, man, is you gonna shut up? FaceTiming my mama? Don't ever FaceTime my mama. Who you think you is, man? You a blogger, regardless of how much money you make. Don't put my paperwork out there, man. You already know I'm signing the moneybaggyo, BGE, at the end of the day. So this kind of brings moneybaggyo into the heat, because you already know BEO Lil Kenny, he looked at the fact like Finesse2tymes his homie. He rocked with Finesse2tymes. And at the end of the day, regardless of if he with Moneybaggyo or not, Finesse2tymes and B.O. Lil Kenny, they got history together. People thought that Finesse2tymes was gonna call his old homies and stuff to come ride with him in them black trucks and pull up in front of 1090J crib, but it didn't happen like that. B.O. Lil Kenny sat back and said, you know, I ain't finna get involved in that. I'm still stuck on this Dolph. I don't know why they did that to my Dolph.
Exactly, and TTE Naughty already came out and exposed the fact that the rappers always get targeted. When Finesse2tymes got robbed, that's when they found the paperwork. It didn't get printed out or sent in from a public request. They got it right out of his closet, man, because a lot of times when the rappers when they on the road, on tour and everything, going to shows, going to different cities, some people, they not even getting their cribs looked after. So what happens is that when somebody ran up in there, they hit a lick on his jewelry. They got everything, including the manila envelope with all the affidavits in. This was an affidavit of complaint signed by Ricky Williams, which is Finesse2tymes' real name. If you really understand what's going on out here in the streets, you got to realize that they're checking paperwork, and that's due to the fact that it's the year of the rat. Everybody's snitching. It's the year of the rat, man. How many rappers now have snitched? Almost 35 different rappers have snitched to get out of deals and pleas and everything. They've taken all types of cooperation to get out of 20-year bids, 50-year bids. They throwing their co-defendant under the bus. They throwing their celly under the bus. They putting in wires and walking in the rooms with mobsters and everything like that and in between and trying to get people set up. Y'all got to realize that 1090J went off on Finesse2tymes for saying that the paperwork was fake, when in all actual reality, he has the original documentation that the lawyers and everybody from the DA to the prosecutors and the judge signed off on and handed to Finesse2tymes himself by his real name, Ricky. And y'all got to understand that Jake, a lot of people are saying that there's a lot of people looking for him and that he might get whacked, man. They might take him out for a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, the full court hearing and the paperwork was proof for the fact that Finesse2tymes and J. Prince Jr. faced off for the first time after Mob Ties dropped him, and the word got out about the fact that he was actually finessing them the whole entire time. This is the reason why he won't pick up the phone for J. Prince's dad, man. J. Prince Jr.'s dad is senior. And he's the one that was calling the shots and was the one that's actually going head-to-head with Finesse2tymes. When the paperwork came out, they got word and the managers called into them and said, ain't this your boy that you guys actually put and stamped on that you was going to be responsible for him being telling or anything when you bonded him out? And they say, yeah. And they said, well, you got to answer to this. And so that's when they started calling Finesse2tymes phone. He blocked the man. He changed his phone number and everything. He put J. Prince Jr. on the block list, and he exposed himself at the end of the day.
So this only goes to show that Finesse2tymes finesse the record. You feel me? He made a few songs. He didn't make the full album because he never dropped the album. He only dropped mixtapes. This is why J. Prince and them got up on him. And then 1090J already said, and I want y'all to know, y'all hearing it from these channels first. J. Prince said, 1090J gonna be the one who exposed how fake Finesse2tymes was. We tried to hide this a secret. Church, respect. I want y'all to really look at that because J. Prince ain't have to stick his neck out there and get him a private jet from the feds. Do you know how hot that made J. Prince and them? And then this right around the time that the takeoff situation happened. We know for a fact that this is something that we all know could make J. Prince and 1090J hot, because them pulling up to 1090J crib, it only made it to where they looked at him as far as like, they gonna try to whack this man. They gonna try to whack him, man. And I already know for a fact that the co-defendant in Finesse2tymes case, he already came out and said the real name, Ricky. You feel me? Once they say your real name, it's over with because it's gonna be documented by the stenographer. Everybody know for a fact you can't even whisper in the court without them realize putting it out there like that. So I want you guys to realize, tune in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and just realize, hey, let me know how y'all feel about that.